All right, what's up? Welcome to what's about to be the next episode of the Royal Rant. Right now, I got my headset on because I'm running live with J Les the Best, aka Iconic Dreams, and with my man Steven Perna, aka motherfucking Carolina Man. And we're talking some real shit on Xbox right now. And we're talking about George Zimmerman. We're talking about racism. We're talking about motherfucking the media's influence on all of this. And so y'all are about to hear my side of the inputs, and yeah, so let's get to talking and shit. So what started this whole conversation was the fact that we thought George Zimmerman won the lottery. It was a false print um, by an article called by a publisher called The Onion. They falsely printed that George Zimmerman won the lottery on Monday of $37 million. And so we were like, fuck that, that has to be a conspiracy, correct? So then we got into this whole conversation, which we are thus having now, and we're exploring the thought of racism today. And Jay Les feels that people are that people are irresponsibly pulling the racial card, which I definitely agree.
Kill denied. Kill confirmed.
Because people we're all blended together right now pretty good, and there's not too much racism going on unless you're racist yourself, so I want to, you know what, let me set my thing to TV, and then I'm gonna turn down the game volume, and then I'll make it so that y'all can be heard. So hold up, let me change my settings.
Friendly UAV inbound.
Forgot what I was doing. There we go. Oh wait, no. Hold up, preferences. There we go. No, wait, no, don't do that. No. Okay, game volume down, voice volume up, playthrough both. Okay. All right. Now let me turn down Black Ops sound. Voice all the way up. Man, I'll put it like this. You little bitches that's watching this shit's gonna wait for me to do these settings. Alright, and let me turn up my TV so y'all can be heard. Oh no, wrong button. No, oh no, I'm pressing buttons. No. Oh god, no. Okay. Alright, good shit, good shit. Alright, we are broadcasting live with J Les the Best and fucking Carolina Man. And I'm gonna even turn it so y'all can see the Call of Duty, so y'all can be entertained by that shit. Alright. Oh shit.
Yo, it's good, guys.
Fuck. Alright. We'll turn that down to about a 27. Let's see what that's like. Decibel check. Give me a mic check.
What's up?
Alright, I'll turn it up just a little bit more. There we go. Alright, I think we might be good with those levels.
Alrighty.
So yeah, man.
What's up, everybody? I know this is my first guest appearance on the Royal Rant. I'm excited to be here. So let's get into it, Royal.
Yeah, so we got these things going on right now with the whole Zimmerman case and stuff. And how do y'all feel about George Zimmerman actually getting away scot-free?
Man, to be honest with you, man, I feel like it's not. I mean, all right. By any means, don't anyone take this the wrong way, but I feel like it's not as big as a tragedy as everybody makes it out to be. Right. And if you want to call it a tragedy, I would say it's a tragedy because a mother and a father have to bury their son before he gets to bury them.
Right.
And that's the tragedy. It's not the tragedy whether he's black or
right.
he's or George Zimmerman's white or racism. The thing about it is that a kid died.
Exactly.
That I feel necessarily shouldn't have died. The prosecution failed to prove it. So it's kind of like, what can you do too, when the prosecution, like, it's not even George Zimmerman's fault. Like, yeah, George Zimmerman might have acted out of racial intention. He might have been like, yeah, I hate these black people, and like he might have killed Trayvon Martin due to racism. But it's like how the trial and shit was conducted. It was almost conducted like the prosecutors didn't care.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was. I was gonna say it was kind of like a showcase to show that George Zimmerman was going to get off.
Yeah,
like in a weird way.
Just like you know, he tried to pull a Time to Kill. Like, if you guys haven't seen A Time to Kill or whatever, basically Samuel L. Jackson's daughter gets raped, and then he ends up killing 2 white guys. It's like back when back in like
what you doing here, boy? Those days.
Yeah, like early civil rights days, and like basically, Matthew McConaughey gets Samuel L. Jackson off the charge of killing 2 white guys based off of using emotion to attach to the jury to get them to swing that way. That is what the prosecution, in my opinion, tried to do. I feel that instead of trying to go there, prepared, swinging at them,
right,
making them back up into a corner, they tried to rope-a-dope the jury. Like, they tried to rope-a-dope. Yeah, they tried, but that's literally what happened. They tried to rope-a-dope the jury, try to get them to, almost feel sorry for, Trayvon Martin in a sense, instead of trying to prove that Trayvon Martin didn't do shit.
Right. And then that's, and like I said, I feel like they focused on a lot of the wrong things during the case. And then when they even were doing, one of the last things I checked into, they were talking about trying to do a 3D representation of what happened that night, like doing a 3D reenactment or whatever, and that they were going to actually show that in court to the jury. But this was what was fucked up about it, was the whole thing was going to be from, well, this is the fucked up thing is, when you do that, only the person who is alive in that situation and left is the one that's going to be based off of. So this thing would have been based from George Zimmerman's perspective, aka would have been like, oh yeah, this kid was beating the shit out of me. Let me just pull this EO gun out and kapow. And that wasn't really me looking at the size of that motherfucker and just knowing what he trained to do and was capable of doing and wanted to do with his life. There's no way he was about to let that kid beat his ass. You know what I'm saying?
But here's some real shit though. Real shit. If you look, there's a tape the day after Trayvon Martin, was killed. There's a tape of
him
Zimmerman
standing in the police station. He's fine.
And yeah, he's fine. And also, he's reenacting on his front lawn the incident. He's reenacting it to the cops.
Wow.
There's video footage of that. And in the footage, Zimmerman's grabbing his back hip to where his gun was placed.
Right.
But in the court, his attorney was acting as if almost the gun was in front of him.
Bogus.
So, how that's an inconsistency right there. How could you not point that out to anybody? How could that go unsaid? Like, that would have been the first things I would have caught.
Right.
If I would have saw him, and I would have been, because it was in the evidence box. It was like they could have used that as evidence.
Right.
Like, it was in the evidence box. Like, they could have pulled it, showed it to the jury.
Oh shit,
and
my
be
bad.
like, oh no, it's all good. It could have been like, hey, okay, you're saying this, but how come George all of a sudden is saying this now? Why are you guys saying he pulled it from the front if he originally showed the officer? And then they would have had to get into some bullshit about the 12 Angry Men, about Henry Fonda, about traumatic fucking he couldn't remember because of trauma and shit like that and all this other bullcrap. But I mean, at least it would have gave Trayvon a little bit more of a chance,
right,
to have some type of justice for him instead of. Then instead of not saying anything at all.
True that. Like, Oh, I threw that AGR in the wrong spot. They are. I don't know. This whole thing was. I feel pretty much a distraction. It was a major distraction. I didn't see, and then you know what? It worked well enough because I forgot to be looking at C-SPAN and see what they were doing. But the last few times I looked into C-SPAN, they were up to some sneaky stuff. All while what I'm saying, CNN got all this Zimmerman stuff blasting, and no one's paying attention to what's going on C-SPAN, which is your Congress. And you can watch what those little,
okay.
yeah. See, do you even know what C-SPAN is?
No, actually, I don't.
Oh, see, this is what's wrong. See, C-SPAN, there's 3 channels of it, sometimes even more depending on how many cable things you have or whatever. But C-SPAN is literally your Congress channel. Like, they live broadcast what is going on in the Congress room, and when they're passing bills and they're writing stuff and they're in the house of all these little places, legislature and judicial and all that stuff, right? And they even show like little secret president speeches that he gives in the backyard of the White House and no one gets to see on Fox and stuff like that. And a lot of people don't even know about it or don't pay attention to it because, I mean, it's kind of boring. I'm not going to pretend like watching these old people pass bills is like exciting when you got fucking Kim Kardashian. You know what I'm saying? When you got Kim Kardashian and Kanye West having a baby, who cares about what laws they're passing to, invade your privacy? When you got Miley Cyrus having a wardrobe slip, wardrobe malfunction. Why is that the first thing on Yahoo News? Like, you know what I'm saying? So
everybody likes seeing some young titties.
Right. Like, this bitch is just barely legal, and they talk about, oh, she having nip slips when, what was it, 5, 6, 7 years ago when Janet Jackson's titty came out.
Bonds be doing that shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Don't be a Janet Jackson to be nasty.
Because, like, come on, like, the whole, remember, that made it okay for your titties and your pussy to pop out. When Janet Jackson did that shit. It was just like, oh, that passed a whole new bill right there. That was just like, oh, now it's cool for celebrities to drop their junk out. And it's something else to, you know what I'm saying? It's for real, and it's something else to keep us from knowing what's going on. So motherfuckers need to stop watching MTV and start watching C-SPAN. When I start seeing C-SPAN getting 1 million views and 1 billion views and shit, then I know some real shit's going on. Then I know some motherfuckers are really getting smart. But people ain't watching shit like that. People ain't watching shit like that. So fucking, in the case of that, how that relates to like the Zimmerman shit and all that, all the meanwhile when like Boston bombings and Zimmerman cases and all this shit goes on, Congress is passing bills and fucked up shit to be like, oh, let's lock them in their house even more and be able to watch them even more. Thus, the new Connect. I fucking love that shit. I love doing shit like that. So, fucking, like, even, man... Yo, we're raping these dudes, by the way. I put 2 AGRs out. So, like...
Yo, I got a stealth chopper over there doing work, dude.
And all I'm using is pistol and knife. This is me. So, like, this is, So, there's just a lot of tomfoolery, you know what I'm saying, going on. And if he had really won that lottery... Oh, my God.
If he would have won that lottery, like we were discussing off cam... That shit would have been, like, the biggest payoff America's paid.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
In terms, like, because, like, they pretty much would have paid, like, I don't care what anybody says. That shit gay.
Right.
Like, you shouldn't be given fucking... He shouldn't even be allowed to enter the lottery. What the fuck did he have the time to do that shit? Like,
you know what I'm saying? So in between preparing for court murder cases, you know what I'm saying, you stopped off at 7-Eleven and decided to get a lottery ticket.
He was like, yeah, my life's pretty much fucked because even if I do fucking live, even if I do get off from this case or whatever, I'm still, I need some getaway money. Let me hit this joint real quick.
Nah, you know what? I can see him doing this one.
I guarantee he's gonna run to Mexico.
He was like this.
He's gonna go to Canada.
If he legit had bought lottery tickets, this is exactly what happened. He was like, well, fuck all these lawyer court fees. I'm gonna just drop 2 G's on this motherfucking lottery tickets and see where it takes me.
Oh yeah.
And that's exactly what. Damn, another AGR. What's good? Another
and like
century.
The sad shit
oh
about
shit,
it is
my bad. I shot you.
No, that's all good. The sad shit about it is though is that like that like lawyer firm, like nobody knew about that joint until the Zimmerman case. They weren't famous. They literally got famous off this case.
That's what happened with OJ and shit too.
Yeah, like that shit is dumb.
That's what happened with Kim. Cause that's how Kim Kardashian and them are around till this day. No one knew who the fuck they were till her dad was prosecuting OJ, and then fucking or doing whatever with OJ, and then all of a sudden now you got them 20, 30 years later on our fucking TV keeping up with the Joneses, keeping up with the Kardashians. Check me on that reference, Temptations, keeping up with the Joneses. And and that's what their whole show is actually a play on, is the Temptations song about how the Temptations had this song called Keeping Up with the Joneses back in like probably the 60s or 70s. And it's about how, sorry, this is going to get racial, but this is when times were fucking racial. But this is how it was talking about how black people should not be worried about how white people are accumulating cars and houses and doing this and actually have nice neighborhoods and all that shit. We shouldn't be trying to keep up with the Joneses. You know what I'm saying? Because we're being oppressed in so many ways.
And the funny thing about it is that I feel like now it's more of a white reference. White people use that term more than I hear black people use that term.
Because now look at what... And see, now this is where it gets cool. This is the other thing of how I'm like, yo, people need to chill out with this whole racist shit. Because look at who's making money now. Look at who's got their own TV networks. Look at...
Oh, back out Royal so we get...
Oh, yeah. And it's like, look at Oprah. Look at Stedman. You know what I mean? Stedman came to Full Sail. Stedman has spoken at my mom's graduation from University of Phoenix. I've met Stedman in person. He's light skinned. He's of mixed breed. He's got some color in him. Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Oprah's doing her thing. Mixed breed. You know what I'm saying? You got. But Oprah that dark. Though, yeah, you know what I mean. And then look at the entertainment industry, and as a whole, the entertainment industry is being completely warped by the African American culture. Because where is it taking all of its style? Where is it taking all of its current fucking progression from? It takes it from the African American culture. You know what I'm saying? As much as white people or people in general are like, yo, I can't stand black people this and blah, blah, that. Y'all are wearing our clothes. Y'all are bumping our music. Y'all are fucking watching our movies. Y'all are going to our plays. Y'all are fucking... Your kids are buying our CDs.
Yo, shout out to Tyler Perry, though.
Yeah, exactly, and that's where I'm getting at. Tyler Perry, you know what I mean? He crossbreeded from being this bootleg underground play dude to now he's doing Alex Cross and doing, like, you know what I'm saying? A whole bunch of other stuff.
And shit, yeah.
Right. Like, black people are making moves, you know what I mean? Black people are doing shit. So I don't know why people are like, oh, we're oppressed and we're being held down and all this boom, boom, boom. Fuck that. You're oppressing yourself by saying shit like that. You're being stupid. Because that shit don't exist no more.
And like, if that shit, though, if you think about the majority, just like football used to be all white.
All white sport.
You'll be lucky. Yeah. You'll be lucky now to have 3
white guys on one team.
White people starting on the team. Yeah,
yeah, I mean...
crap
legs every day, crap.
I think
this like a Jerms.
Like, I think
we gotta back
like the Redskins.
Yo, back out, pick me up.
The offensive line on the Redskins probably has 2 white people. Maybe 3. No, 3. Well,
right.
Technically, I think Columbus is like Spanish, but we'll just say for 3 because I'm so positive. Yeah. All right, so 3 white people. So that means out of the 11 people that are on the field, 3 of them are white. What is that?
You know, I said this, and you know what? I'm going to say it because you can't say it because you don't like saying the N-word, so I'm going to say it for you. NFL and NBA, the N in those now, do not stand for national anymore. That shit stands for Negro. That shit stands for nigga because it is the Negro basketball.
Like the last white person who was notably good at basketball was Larry Bird.
Think of and
that was like when it was like phasing into the Michael Jordan era, the Scottie Pippen,
Dennis Rodman, and
Dennis Rodman, yeah, like all that stuff. So it's like Like, yeah, I guess you could argue Steve Nash, Jason Kidd. Okay, yeah, but they're not like on LeBron James status or Michael Jordan status, Kobe Bryant status.
And look,
like the majority of the white people who played in the NBA from Europe. If you really want to like break down the roster and shit, there's very few white kids that go to American colleges, grew up in America that are playing or starting in the NBA. Most of them are like European because that's the European sport is fucking
is
basketball and soccer.
Yep. And a lot of people have to go to Europe to break through to even get into the NBA. That's how the NBA even pick a lot of people up is through European leagues and shit.
That's actually shout out to Danny Green because that's exactly what he did, and now he's starting all the Spurs. So shout out to him.
I don't know, someone fucked up and it completely kicked me out of the thing. But like, even put it in perspective like this, because I know you business people out there are only looking at who's making money and sales and all that. Think of I'm talking to the camera on that one, but for those those capitalist mind out there, look at who was the last white guy to get a major endorsement.
Michael Phelps.
And then what happened to him?
He got caught marijuana smoking.
And then all his endorsements were gone. Only people fucking with him right now are Subway to an extent. But notice, Michael Phelps stopped showing up in Subway commercials by himself. There has to be like 20 other celebrities in it, and he's one
like
flash.
RG3, Michael Strahan, Justin Tuck.
Exactly. So I'm like, yo, I'm not trying to be fucked up on that, but you got to realize where money's going now. Who's getting that money? That's where the old people, the old business heads are, that's where they're getting angry at. Because they're like, wait. But at the same time, since everyone's still consuming and swiping their cards and shit, all the money's coming full circle right back around. So they don't really give a fuck because they know at the end of the day, their white kids are buying the All Gold in My Chain album. And they're going out and buying the, oh man, I love them strippers. They going to buy that album. It don't matter. And they're dealing with it. Because the black people ain't buying it. Because black people ain't buying that shit.
Roy, you might know this. Actually, you all might know this. But do you guys know that the president of the NAACP is white?
Yeah! That shit is the trippiest shit.
How does that even make sense? That doesn't make sense at all.
Yo, and I'm pretty sure there was a point in time, too, where the owner of BET was white. And, like, no, see, stuff like that is where I'm like, yo, I just throw my hands up. I'm gonna look at the camera right now. I'm just throwing my hands up on that one. I'm sorry. NAACP is run by white people. There you go. And fucking, and I don't know, man. It's shit like that, like I said, makes you kind of believe in these things labeled conspiracy, but they're not conspiracy once they've been proven. And they're not a theory anymore once they've been proven. They are a proven fact, and it just means shit's fucked up. So,
man, this world is just ass backwards, man.
Yo, matter of fact, hold on.
That's the only way I could actually, like, describe it.
No, but look, this is the fucked up thing, is we were born in the right place. Like, you really think about it, right? You gotta really look at it like this. We were born in the right place because, all right, we could have fucked around and been born in Japan somewhere at the wrong time and got a nuclear bomb dropped on us. We could have fucked around and been born at the wrong time in fucking Africa when that shit wasn't nourishing and thriving and could have been some fly eyeball having motherfuckers. We could have fucked around.
We could be a Jew in a concentration camp.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying? So we got born in the right place at the right time because we're born in America during the technology boom, during like all this cool shit. Like, think of it, right now, I'm talking to you through Xbox and like broadcasting that shit into my computer right now, and it's gonna be on YouTube. Like, you know what I'm saying? We are in the right fucking place. We can't get away with. There's some places that you can't plug in 3 things into the wall without the fucking circuits blowing. So I can't complain about that. I can't complain about. But what I will complain about is the things being implemented and put into place that are like affecting what this whole place is supposed to be based off of, and it's making it very contradictory that we're supposed to be a land of freedom and all this, but we're built off of slavery. One, that's the first contradiction right there. Oh, we're the land of the free and the brave, but all our economy is based off of slavery initially. So, boom, you got your first contradiction there. Inconsistency. If you want to go with, okay, then the manifest destiny thing. Oh, okay, it's cool for us to create a genocide and kill a whole, nation of people who are already here in the name of God at that, in the name of God. So that's the first, not even the first time they misused that. Because, you go back into the Crusades and all that shit. But then...
yeah, I was about to say, go back to the Crusades.
You know what I'm saying? So then you got that going on. Okay. Manifest destiny, all that. All right. But then we prosecute these other countries for doing the same thing. And then the fucked up thing is half the time we give these other countries the weapons that they're using to kill these people. And then to pay for those weapons that we decided to give away, we decide to arm another country to go into that country to fuck them up, to take the weapons we initially gave to the first guys, and then we go blow up the guys that we just recently gave the weapons to take all our shit back.
See, this is what bothers me about America sometimes, man. Like, America needs to shut the fuck up sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, the thing about it is that America tries to act like, oh, we're the big brother of the country, we're the only nation strong enough.
Shit.
Yeah, we have so much shit wrong in America.
Right.
And, like, this is why, like, I didn't donate when the fucking tidal wave hit Japan, why I didn't donate for Haiti, and, like, it's not because, like, I don't care about those people. Like, I do have a sense of humanity and shit like that. Like, like, I do care that, like, someone else's shit got fucked up, essentially. But what I'm saying is that we have homeless people, like, outside in D.C.
Exactly.
We have tents in like, Woodbridge, there's tents behind the fucking,
the bus
Charbroil
station
Grill.
and Kmart and all that shit. You remember that shit?
Yeah.
Motherfuckers used to be in groves out there. Homeless fields of people. And then they made them, and then the fucked up thing is they forced all those homeless dudes to move out of those woods because they just cut down all those woods over by Nova to build some shit.
Yeah, so it's like, we have homeless people, fucked up shit going on in our country.
Illiteracy.
But we're too busy trying to go over and police somebody else's country. Man, fuck them!
And you know what I say too? I said, yo, when because a lot of people are like 9/11, 9/11, 9/11. I was like, all right, this is what 9/11 did. 9/11 made it okay for them to basically publicly take away our rights. Like, Patriot Act. You know what I'm saying? First, that was first step. So they blow up shit. Okay, this is what I meant to say. This is what I initially meant to get at. Why is it that we get attacked by another country, right? But our laws here get stricter.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
You know what I'm saying? Really Why is it we get attacked by another country, but now we decide to put 50 billion cameras on our streets here and not over there in their deserts and shit? Because, you really think about it.
In their deserts.
And yeah, like, you think about it, who has the resource? Like, man, I could go into a whole bunch of shit, dude. It's just like, when you think about it, we're fighting desert people. Like, all right? I've talked to people in the military, right, that have been over there. They have literally said this. Direct quote from the guy whose name I'm going to mention when I die. Jake Johnson. Direct quote from Jake Johnson. These are my last words. Those are going to be my last words when I die. And fucking from Jake Johnson himself, he said, yo, over there, they are no different than us. Only difference is it's hot as fuck. They can't build shit because there's nothing to build off of because it's all sand. And he was like, and they have nothing to do. So half the time they are angry, but it's like they don't even have a way to take out their anger because there's nothing there. Like, you can't, like, we could go outside and be like, yo, fuck this tree and kick a tree. Like, they can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they can't do that shit out there. They can stomp on the ground all they want, and that's about it. Like,
they gotta have a mouthful of sand, though.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he was like, yo, we've been over there. I've talked to military people, and you know what they told me that they do over there? They guard bottles of water.
Really?
legit. They
Really?
guard. They
it's
guard.
resulted to guarding water?
They get sent out to Iraq and they guard mountain piles of water. And this is the fucked up thing. This is what they do to the new people, right? Because this water is sitting out in the middle of the desert. It's hot as fuck, and like the new people don't know it. So they'll ask like a new guy to go get a bottle of water for them off of the pile, and that shit's like fucking picking up a fucking pot off the stove. Like this shit is hot as fuck. So then they like burn themselves, and they just laugh at the guy about it. And then after that, they wait for new, and that's the fun for the day. Like,
Damn.
you know what I'm saying? And that's the fun for the day. Other than that, they're fighting
All
scorpions.
right, guys, that's our Dane Cook show for today.
Right, you know what I'm saying? Like, comedy half hour done. So, like, they ain't doing shit out there because there's not shit to do out there. Like, because what? There's no weapons. There's no nothing. You know why they're out there? Because for real, I can tell you why. For historical purposes, because out there is where everything biblical, everything Quran, everything in the what's the Hindu thing, the Visharma or whatever. That's where all that shit took place. That's where they're not even really trying to blow it up. They're not even really trying to bomb it like that because it's holy ground. You know what I mean? It's fucking holy land, and that's what they're trying to dig up is to get all these temples and these books and these scrolls and these little things because they want to find fucking shit like these what's that thing called? It's that little glowing box thing, not Pandora's box, but it's some other thingy, and I'm pretty sure it starts with a C, but I can't think of the name right now. But it's one of those holy grail type things. And they're trying to find random shit like that to see if it's really real. They're digging up shit and finding... Why do you think they're finding bones of giants in India? You know what I'm saying? And shit like this. Because this is the stuff that science fiction has been talking about for so fucking long. And we're finding it. But they don't talk about it mainstream. This ain't on CNN. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna find that they're finding giants. And people's, like, bodies of people the sizes of houses and trains. You know? They're legit digging shit like this up on top of the ocean, in mountains, all this shit. They don't talk about that. They talk about, Kuwait moved a shipment of fucking rocks that we think are weapons to over here.
See, that's because America doesn't want to worry the public. That's
America's
like
pathetic.
South Park put it the best way.
I would say that.
About.
No, South Park put it the best way. We're a 50-50 country. We're a country that goes to war, but we use the people that protest the war to make it look like we don't want to go to war. But then the people that go to war make it seem like we're not made completely out of pussies that don't want to go to war. So that's what allows us to do what we do, because we play both sides of the field.
Well, I mean, it's because it's not because I don't feel like we do it on purpose. Like it's a planned act. I mean, it's just like there's people like, all right, like for instance, like people have different views. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, Steve might be the type where he's like, yeah, fuck, let's go bomb them. But then
Whoa.
He said, "Don't slander, don't slander."
Man, that's just true. Like, Steve,
I know, but come on, man.
Russia and shit.
Whoa. Hold on a second. I'm not trying to get killed over here. All right?
They don't know who we are. Like, they don't even know what you look like.
They can still probably find me through, like, okay, he's friends with Royal. Let's kill this guy.
That would mean that they would have to kill me first. Fuck that. Ain't nobody... Well, I eventually will be assassinated, but ain't nobody about to kill me no time soon. I'm still at nobody right now, so we're good.
I'm eventually going to be assassinated. What the fuck?
I will.
Well, anyway.
I will. I'm telling you, watch. Because you know what's going to happen? I'm going to go to one of these inauguration things or some shit one day, and I'm going to pull a Kanye West, yo. I'm just get up on stage and be like, I'll be like, President Obama III did not deserve to win this inauguration. This shit should go out to Beyonce. I'm about to roll out Jay-Z for life, and then just walk off stage, and they gonna kill my ass. Like, I'm gonna go.
They about Lupe Fiasco you, dog.
Dog, I'm gonna be so blackballed in the entertainment industry. It's gonna be ridiculous. Like, I'm gonna be that. That's why I can't do certain shit, because I'm gonna be the nigga to just walk across and just pull the George Bush is not like black people. Like, I'm gonna be that guy. Like, I'm gonna just I'm just gonna be like, just walk across the screen in the middle of like somebody filming. I'll show up and shit I'm not even credited in. You You'll just see me walking in the background of Hollywood Productions. If I ever move out to LA, they'll have like a bunch of uncut scenes and unedited scenes of me just walking through the background of Productions holding signs like, yo, the Unabomber was a setup. Like, just like, like I'll just have some real shit going on, dog. Just wearing t-shirts and movies that'd be like, yo, Kennedy was not assassinated. He was set up. Like, I'll just have some random shit going on. I'll be like, yo, where's Jimmy Hoffa? Like, I'm like, who's asking these questions, man? Like, yo, this is my next thing, though. I'm about to start working on shirts for handicapped people, right? Because,
oh, shit.
Yeah, no, this is about to be the shit, yo. I feel like handicapped people are fed up. So I'm about to start making shirts that, like, has the handicap symbol, you know, like the wheelchair joint. And on the back, it'll be like, shouldn't you take the stairs? Or it'll be like on the back, like, you know what I'm saying? On the back of that joint, it'll be like, race you to the elevator. Like, shit like that. Or it'll be like, enjoy your legs. Like, shit. Like, I want to make shit to fuck with, like, normal people. Like, I want to, like, have shirts for cross-eyed people and just be like, no, I just like looking everywhere at once. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit for, like, narcoleptics. Like, it's like, yo.
Nah, you should not. For the cross-eyed show, you should be like, what are you looking at?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? like, I want to have a joint for narcoleptic people to be like, I'm not sleeping. I just like to lean on walls a lot. Or like, I'm not asleep. I'm just pondering thoughts. Like,
no, you should be like, I'm not asleep. I'm just sitting sideways, Paul Wall.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to do shit like that. It's like, it's positive in a certain way. Like, I want to, like, reinforce, like, I want to make them feel good about their, what people are, like, dissing them about, possibly. Like, people with those little hand crutches and shit. Like, I want to be like, yo, I want to make a shirt that says, I'm trying to be a cyborg. Like, some shit like that. Like, yeah. I'm taking step one to being a cyborg. Like,
no, you should be like, step one, I'm trying to walk on water.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just random shit. Like, exactly. Like, have a joint with the wheelchair symbol and just be like, I can walk on water. Like, just to fuck with people.
Oh, shit.
Like, you know, I think they'll fuck with shit like that. Handicapped people, hit me up if y'all want to do some shit like that. Let me know. I want to make a joint that says, hi, my name is Sarib Paul Z.
Oh!
Oh,
yo,
man.
I thought you were about to say some, like, terrorist-ass thing, yo, like...
Man, I could see these joints selling at the Special Olympics, dog. Yo, these shirts will
Oh,
sell at
I
the
would
Special
buy that
Olympics.
shit, yo.
You know what I'm saying? If they could have the Special Olympics, I would come out with Special Olympics sportswear. Like, Under Armour shit for, like, you know, special people. Like, that joint will have a short arm, like, instead of, like, a short tee.
Shit.
It'll have a full... I mean, I'm not trying to... It'll have the full long sleeve joint, and you know the people got the one short arm, so it'll have a full long sleeve and then a short sleeve on one side. And it'll accommodate for if you're a lefty or a righty. Like, I'm thinking outside the box here. I'm looking out for people, man. Like, I'm gonna get some real thick ass bottle ass safety glasses for them people that gotta wear them thick ass goggles, like them thick ass glasses. Lil Daryl and shit. Like, I'm looking out for him.
Oh, you son of a dick tit! My bad, guys. Oh, man.
I'm addicted. What the fuck?
Man,
Yeah, I was trying to run in the cover here. I got blasted.
got fucked in.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yo, we're losing. We're really losing right now.
Oh yeah, they're whooping our ass, dude. I'm doing pretty good. I think I'm doing pretty good.
I mean, I'm almost holding down Anchor. Oh shit.
I keep getting killed right as I spawn, man. That's fucking gay.
This shit's a setup. I forgot Germy Jerms is in the room. Germy Jerms, you got any input on what's going on in the world these days, man?
I'm eating crab.
He's
He's like, I'm eating crab.
I can just see his name keep popping up with him getting killed. So I'm like, what's going on with that? I'm eating crabs. This dude is 0 and 10 right now. Son, man, I fucking love them crabs, dog. My mom need to come whip up some crabs. She went to Wegmans, so hopefully she comes back with some goodies.
Oh, man.
Oh, okay, so I went upstairs to go grab this news article. I just remembered this shit. Okay, So I got this news article from the Washington Post, right? It's in the Outlook section or some shit, or it's titled Outlook. I don't fucking know. Oh, it's in the Outlook. Look, all right, I don't read newspapers, okay? All right, so fuck you guys. So, all right, so this is titled, and it's a big ass picture of an eagle, like encaged in like one of those Congress buildings, and it's titled "How the Court Made You Less Free." This is in our Washington Post.
Interesting.
Right. I haven't read this article, but I'm gonna read the first 2 paragraphs just to see what's going on, right? So let's see. It says, "Don't let DOMA, DOMA, which is an acronym for some government thing or something, fool you," says law professor David Cole. "The justices are limiting your rights." Duh! Now let's continue. "The Supreme Court's 5-4 decision to strike down a key part of the Defense of Marriage Act was undeniably historic, a victory not just for gay rights advocates, but for anyone committed to advancing equal rights in America," dealing exactly with what we're talking about. See? Remember what I said? Yo, soon gay people are going to be doing their shit, and they're going to be making fun of us as straight people, and you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that derogatorily either. I think that's really cool, because they allow me to wear capes and do all the crazy weird shit that I do, because gay people exist. So, let's see.
Yeah. Bro,
You know what I
bro,
mean?
be a weird one, yo.
You know what I mean?
World's a strange dude.
Oh, yeah, you know, peep the masks and shit. So, for all the celebration Wednesday, all who will forget the gay men's chorus of Washington singing the national anthem outside the court did not know about that. That's pretty cool. The underlining theme of the Supreme Court's term was not the recognition of rights, but their dilution. Time and again, in closely divided decisions on issues as disparate and as antitrust, law, privacy, and discrimination, the court either watered down rights or made it difficult or impossible to enforce them effectively. Unless, of course, you are... Okay, this is in parentheses. Unless, of course, you are a white college applicant challenging affirmative action. And I'll stop right there. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, so what they were basically, I guess, somewhat getting at was, yeah, they approved, like, certain gay rights and shit, but they're still not, like, allowing them to really do what they really want to do type of shit. Like, but, I mean, it's whatever. Yo, gay people will sing the national anthem. I think that's really cool. I think that's really cool, actually.
Like, Ari, for instance, like, did you guys, I don't know if you guys watched the NBA Finals at all, but there was a little Spanish boy, who sung the national anthem. He was, his outfit was a mariachi suit. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Mariachi. I think.
Yeah. Whatever.
I get what you mean. Yeah.
And so, basically on Twitter, kids were saying, "Why is this little Spanish guy like singing our national anthem?" And see, that's the type of shit that's counterproductive, because,
right,
like, I get so mad when Spanish people say, "Oh, I'm from El Salvador," or "Oh, I'm from, Venezuela," or "I'm from bumfuck wherever the fuck they're from."
right.
You know what I'm saying? And, like, what annoys me is, finally a Spanish kid, like, takes America in as his home, and he's getting bashed for it.
Right.
Like, to like, add on to, like, the racist topic we were talking about.
Right.
And it's like, I don't know, I just feel like, I feel a little, like, angered at America, like people would react that way.
Yeah,
I think what it is, man. I think what it is that Americans always want something to hate.
Yeah.
We always want something to like yell at or
because
hate.
once Coca Cola was made and everyone liked Coca Cola, what did they do? They made Pepsi. And they were like, we need something not to like. This Dr. Pepper shit's good, and so is this Coca Cola. We need a drink we don't like. Where the fuck is Pepsi? Like, they just gave them. Motherfuckers, like, legit, you know what I'm saying? Hot dogs, corn dogs, like, cold food, hot food. Like, everybody needs something, I guess, so. Ain't nobody gonna be, you know what I mean? There's Lunchables and there's Hungry Men, so, ain't nobody gonna be completely satisfied with nothing. Like, You can satisfy some of the people some of the time, but you can't satisfy all of the people
all the people all the time.
And so it's like, I know exactly what you mean there. Like, because what was it? As soon as we kicked out the British, then we were like, oh, these Native American motherfuckers. Like, yeah, like that's like, you gotta really think back on that shit. Like, we got here, everybody was cool with the Native Americans. They were like, oh, they giving us blankets. They showed us how to grow corn. Oh, what's this new shit? We don't even know about these animals and shit. That's tight. That's what's up. Oh, stay away from poison ivy. Thank you. Oh, wait, these British niggas is here. Hold up. Kick their asses. And then it was like, wait, but these Native American guys, how long can we trust these guys? Next thing you know, start wiping those mofos out. Then it was like, okay, damn, we killed all of them. Now we need something new. Oh, start bringing in the black people. All right, let's start shipping them in by the millions. Like, it was like, okay, brought in the black people. Then it was like, you know what? These black people want rights. Bring in the Asians. Yep, let's bring in the Asians. Like, so we need railroads built. Bring in the fucking Asians. Pearl Harbor happened. Oh, lock these fucking Asians up. Nope, lock them the fuck up. Can't do shit with these guys. And then it was like, oh, everyone's getting along for what, 30, 40 years? Hey, who's close to us? Cuba. Fuck those guys over in Cuba. Like, you can keep going with this shit because it's not over. Wait, oh, we're cool. We got embargo on Cuba. There's nothing to do with those guys anymore. Shit. Russia. Fuck those guys in Russia. Like, hold up. Y'all do deals with those guys? We don't like those guys. Oh, wait, Chernobyl happened? Okay, well, we'll leave you guys alone. Oh, what's going on in the desert? Fuck you, desert dwellers. Fuck all you guys. Pakistan, Iran, Kazakhstan, anywhere you stand to stand, we're gonna fuck your shit up.
Oh, man.
Like, and that's where we're at now. Now I'm scared who's gonna be next. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's gonna be the next thing we hate? Like,
Wait a minute. What about Hispanics? Didn't we have like something?
Oh yeah. Oh wait, that's what we're in between right now. I forgot to skip. Hold up. So wait, we gotta rewind. We gotta rewind back to Cuba, and then okay, we gotta build some borders and some fences because some shit's going on, and we're gonna have the Mexicans build it. But wait a minute. Too many Mexicans is coming over here. Hold up. Wait a minute. We don't like you Mexican people anymore. Especially because you work for minimum wage and you don't mind. We don't like that shit over here. Like, I want to... Yo, you know what's going to be funny? If America revolves to a full circle to where we kick the white people out. Like... like 300-400 years from now, right? America's going to be whiteless. And you know how we have shit on the History Channel to be like, oh, this is what was going on in this time and blah blah blah. Thomas Jefferson, Paul Revere, like they're gonna still talk about it, and then they're gonna be like, okay, first black president, then such and such happened, and then like it's gonna be like this great revolt, Trayvon Martin, blah blah blah. This happened, this law passed, boom boom boom. 200 years later, white people were extradited, this is their terminology, extradited out of the states of America and moved to the island of Hawaii. And then soon the Hawaiians got tired of them and pushed them to Australia. Like, and Australia served its original purpose of being a prison country once again because this place goes full fucking circle and we start sending all our trash to fucking Australia. That's what's gonna happen 500 years from now. And then, or what's gonna happen is some alien shit's gonna land down here and they're gonna be like, dog, all of y'all are dumb as fuck. Y'all do some really dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? So we built these pyramids like forever ago so y'all would know how to get to us and navigate. We thought we drew these pictures the right way. Y'all don't know how to translate this shit. Y'all fucked all our shit up. Like, oh my God, we're so angry. Why do you think we haven't talked to y'all in hundreds and thousands of years? Like, y'all have bad... No, it's like, yo, y'all thought y'all went to the moon, but y'all have bad cell phone reception on Earth. You guys are fucking idiots. Like, you guys are fucking idiots. So, since you aren't doing this shit right, let's try to do this again, and we'll restart your society for the 5th fucking time. And we'll see if you guys can get it right this time around. Because that's probably what happens. I think every so often something happens. Like we put it in our history books. Oh, okay, some meteor crashed and wiped out this thing and started the next thing. Oh, some flood came through, wiped out something, started the next thing. I'm waiting for a conscious being to touch down and restart the next shit. Because watch, when that shit happens, we're going to realize how dumb we really are down here. They're going to be like, you guys write rules and laws and fight over religion and like whose color is what. Dude, we have people with 8 arms and 10 eyeballs. That shit went out the window a long time ago. Like, they're going to be like, you guys sit here and read and write stories of God's fucking animals. Like, come on, people. Like, get your shit together. Like... Like, they're gonna be like, you know, you guys are a little scrambled down there. Like, I don't get it. They were like, how come you guys can watch birds and squirrels and stuff live in trees harmoniously, but you guys still seem to cut them down and then build cement on top of shit? We don't need all that, guys. We don't need all that. I'm sorry. No. But till then, we'll be doing what we do here.
And then that's fucking each other up.
Yeah, boy, because guess what we love to do? I mean, we're doing it right now in the video game world. Like, as we speak. All this shit.
Each other's ass.
You know what I'm saying? We're murdering people as we speak. Biggest contradiction of this whole conversation. Like, that's the funniest thing about this whole thing is we're having this conversation while we're just like, you know, peacefully murdering people in a digital world who we don't know if they have feelings or not, you know. Because that's a whole nother theory. That's a whole, yeah. That's a whole. No, it's a whole. There's this whole theory called simulation theory. Are y'all familiar with that at all? What simulation theory is basically, these scientists, and it's actually a couple of quantum physicists in Maryland. Hold on, let me look up this dude's name right now, right fucking now, because I have a computer, so I can do that.
Like the rest of us don't. Like, we're fucking broke.
But I mean, it's right next to me. I don't know if y'all's shit is like
he's
right next to me.
recording the video with his laptop.
Yeah. So it's like, wait, why am I like sitting here trying not to remember this dude's name? So.
I'm hungry as fuck.
Nigga.
Oh, dog, those crab legs. Oh.
Hey, fuck you, Jerms.
So.
2.5 pounds of crab legs. Oh, they.
Okay, so
Man,
what?
I want some like Baltimore Harbor crab.
I fuck with that.
Baltimore has the best crabs, man. No STD pun intended. No.
So, this guy's name is Jonathan something. I'm just trying to find his name. Professor Gates, some other dudes, some other people. Okay, James Gates. Okay, so this is what it is. Simulation theory, also known as comes from superstring theory, and it's like where you take everything. It's where it gets really fucking weird with quantum physics, and it's where you start to break everything down to a molecular level and then down to a numerical level. And what they did was they found that when you dig deep enough into geometric patterns and these little building blocks of life, you know, that there are search engine code. That there's search engine code within these things. Hey, no one's in the game.
I'll be right back.
Oh, okay. Well, it's only me and Jerms then. But so that there's search engine code in these in these fucking shapes or whatever, right? So Professor James Gates Jr. He's a theoretical physicist at a university in Maryland. And he discovered this or whatever, right? So basically, in a weird way, so people started to like spin all this shit, and they were basically in a weird way were like, yo, if you watch all 3 of the Matrix movies, it's almost like a strange documentary of what life really is in a certain sense, because everything is code based, everything is pre-programmed, everything is like not doing anything different than what it's supposed to do type of shit, basically. Like, same way that it worked in the Matrix, how there was like how the dudes that took the pills, you know what I'm saying, they could jump in and out of the Matrix. There was two realities. There was the real world, then you go into the Matrix, and then there was a real world within the Matrix, and then the Matrix, you know what I'm saying? And so basically, they're kind of trying to say, like, some shit like that's going on here, where everything is kind of controlled to a certain degree, and everything's pre-programmed, and there's code within, like, everything. And I mean, even you think about it, our DNA is a code, is a string of code. Our fucking, you know, everything the way... And this is why, alright, this is what I was getting at with the whole video game thing. What they were getting at is, basically, we're, like, in a computer. They're saying, like, we're basically in this gigantic supercomputer that is a life simulator, right? And within this life simulator, it will just keep regenerating and reinventing itself. It'll get to a point where it forgets that it's a computer and start living life in a certain way to a degree. All right. Now, this is the freaky shit that I can touch on to, like, tap into that. Now, think about it, right? Xbox Live, okay? When you're not on your Xbox, someone else is on their Xbox. Xbox Live is always going. You turned off your Call of Duty, but Call of Duty is still playing. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with like Grand Theft Auto, right? You gotta wonder when you're playing Grand Theft Auto. Yeah, there's people walking around the city and all that stuff, and your main character, right? But when you're not playing with your main character, what's going on in is stuff still happening in the game? Like, because even when you play The Sims, right? You play The Sims, you're controlling digital characters to carry out real life actions. You know what I'm saying? And to the point where the Sims go to the movies now. They go on dates. They play video games. They do all this stuff that we do in real life. What's the difference between what we're doing? Because all we're doing is sitting down and controlling it. So if our games have worlds within them, you know what I mean? What's to stop us from being within another world type of shit? Then you got to look at the progression of artificial intelligence right now. The progression of artificial intelligence to the point where they're human-like. They got these things called humanoids and all this stuff. And I talked on it for a little bit in one of my royal rants. But with this whole artificial intelligence movement, you got to realize that machines are thinking like people, and they're able to think through the internet. They're connected to the internet, so they're thinking through the internet and almost to a real-time basis, right? Like, you got to almost think at the same time, where do our thoughts come from? You know what I mean? Like, where do our thoughts come from? They come from fucking nowhere. In their case, their thoughts come from the internet, but at the same time, what is the fucking internet? It's its own entity in itself, because it's literally every person's opinion, because the internet has no restriction, really, you know?
So it's almost like the movie Gamer.
Yeah, it's like exactly like that. How you can control a thing, but it feels what's being done to it. Like right now, all right, we get shot, our controller vibrates. Our character screams in the game and everything. So obviously they feel pain or something to some degree, but we don't know, do they really feel pain? Is it going to get to a point one day where Call of Duty characters like just are like, fuck this, why are we shooting each other? Like, you know what I'm saying? I doubt it, because it's not programmed for it to happen that way. But with this free thinking technology and shit coming forth, like, technology is advancing faster than humanity. Think about it. We're still arguing over legalizing marijuana. Think of what was going on technology-wise at the time of the 70s, right? To now, where the same arguments are going on, but technology-wise, what's going on? So our machines are outproducing us. Our machines are out, like, working us. They're outliving us. They're outdoing us. And now we're giving them the ability to have consciousness and think. What do you think that's going to spawn into?
I think it's going to spawn into iRobot.
Exactly. And this is the thing, is there's people that are trying to fight against that, and they're like, oh, well, if we integrate these robots into our society or whatever, then it won't happen. But look at the fucking movies we make. It starts off with us integrating them into society, and then look what happens. And this is the problem. And now, no, and this is the problem. The fact that these movies exist on the internet. They're pulling their thoughts from the internet. Therefore, they can get these ideas and actually be like, well, yeah, when we get to a certain point, then yeah, we can actually fuck these humans up. But this is the only problem. they symbiotically somewhat have to live with us because we build them. But they're gonna but to an extent, they build themselves. So eventually they'll work that shit out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and people are just going along with this shit so stupidly. Like, oh yeah, these robots are cool. No, I mean it's cool, but it's a little dangerous. Like, and you gotta realize how, like, and so I even started. Okay, this is where shit gets weird. So this guy came up with this theory called the Pixar theory, right? I just read this recently. And what it's about is how every Disney movie is like every Disney Pixar movie from Toy Story 1 all the way to now with Monsters University is like linked together through these like little weird things. And the whole thing is a whole description of how there's a war between animals, humanity, and robots and the environment. And it's a little weird when you read into it and you actually think back on a lot of these movies and stuff that was going on in them and you pay attention to some background shit. You'll see it and you'll be like, well, this guy's not completely nuts, but at the same time, he's probably not completely sitting on the correct nutshell. Like, like if you're old enough to be sitting, if you're, I don't know how old he is, but if you're analyzing Disney Pixar movies, I don't know, man. Like, I imagine you're probably in your mom's basement doing what you're doing. Shouts out to my mom, because I'm in my mom's basement right now. But, you know, it's just like, damn, I don't know how old that guy was, but fuck yeah. So,
man, they come up with crazy theories all the time.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's shit like that to make
like,
it
I mean,
like,
they come up, like, people come up with crazy shit all the time, you know? Like, you know, especially when it comes to, like, you know, fucking old school cartoons and shit.
Yeah.
Alright, or movies and shit like that. Like, dude, just search up, like, you know, a movie and just, like, theory. You'll come across crazy
but
shit.
no, it's fucked up because there's times where I find these things like, oh, I was watching this movie yesterday. What was I watching? But they said, the chick's name in it. Who was the girl that recently, who killed her daughter, whatever, Amy something? Or Amanda something, or whatever that chick's name was. It was just recent, like...
They killed her daughter?
Yeah, it was like a year or so ago. But they were talking... I was watching fucking Addams Family. So I'm watching Addams Family, and there's a part of the movie where they're talking about serial killers. And they were like John Wayne Gacy, Edward Dahmer, and then they said the girl's name who just recently had killed her daughter and shit. Fucking Amanda something, or Amy something, or something with an A or some shit. But they said her name in that movie. That movie was made in the 90s, right? I watched this one joint called, you can watch this one movie called Dead Man on Campus. And there's the dude that's in Scary Movie, the white guy that's in Scary Movie that was like kind of acting gay with Ray every so often and shit, and that was acting weird. And he was the one that was dating the really hot chick. He's in that joint, right? And there's a part in the movie. This movie came out in 97 and went to VHS in 98. There's a part in the movie they mentioned the Facebook by title, the Facebook. They said, yo, we need to look up a new roommate on the Facebook. Back in 97. Where was Mark Zuckerberg in 97? Still in high school. You know what I'm saying? So there's little shits in there and like little movies and stuff. Like you watch The Matrix and they have the 9/11 in The Matrix a couple of times and shit. Like stuff like that. Like, so I don't know.
That one song by Biggie and he's like, blow up the world trade.
Yeah. He said I got paid, need to blow up like the world trade or something along those lines. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And it was
that was like 10 years before that even happened.
Exactly. But there was one small incident at some point where someone did try to blow up the World Trade in the 90s and it backfired or some shit. But it was never really like majorly publicized. That's what my dad told me anyway. But I'm kind of like, yeah, whatever. So I'm like, I don't know, man. Biggie was talking some shit. Fucking, you were talking about old cartoons, right? I was watching this one joint, and there was an old Donald Duck joint where he goes to an optometrist. And you know those eye reading things, how you're supposed to put one hand over your eye and read the chart? On that chart, in the background, it straight up said Illuminati. And this was back, and this was a cartoon in like the 80s or whatever. See, shit like that makes you be, wow, 31-22, I was kicking ass and we lost. Fucking, so it's shit like that though to make you be like, what's going on here? Not all of it is for real. For real, the Illuminati is like, it's all right, to put in perspective on what I've gathered thus far on what the Illuminati is, it is this junk. Yeah, he just came in and rolled out. I don't know. He's on my friends list though, but I don't know what he was doing. But really, what the Illuminati is faceless corporation entities. What the Illuminati is judicial legislative system doing unfair shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, not everything bad is Illuminati, but a lot of shit that is a little weird and a little questionable could be along those lines. And is Illuminati their current name? No, it's actually Bilderberg. They actually go by the Bilderbergs right now, and a lot of people are throwing around their old name, the Illuminati, and that's what's also adding to this like haunting aspect of the whole thing and this whole ghostly demonic thing and all that shit. When they do some weird shit like that, but at the same time they're all really in the purpose of controlling money and where money goes and how they spend that money and using war as the main income for money. That's your Illuminati.
Why?
It's like, other than that, I mean, it's really nothing. People spin more shit and create more problems by like spinning up a lot of these false ideas and a lot of weird ideas about a lot of shit. And I mean, to a degree, I'm one of them. Sorry, I'm about to have to walk out on my own rant for a second because I'm actually deciding to clean my room. So how about I don't do that? But what I am going to do is go take a rip. And so we're going to take a commercial break on this fucking Royal Rant. How long has this shit been going?
Hey.
Yo, so far we got 1 hour and 6 minutes. This is the longest Royal Rant thus far. This is 1 hour and 6 minutes long. At least people are being entertained by Call of Duty. Hey, I'm trying to get on my Joe Rogan experience shit. I'm trying to like be making 2-3 hour long fucking videos and motherfuckers actually.
Hey, yo, I'll be right back.
Alright, you better be right back.
Alright, dude.
He said that shit's fucked up. That's the type of friendship we have. Man.
I would be back.
Alright, well on that note then I guess I'll just end the Royal Rant because everybody's rolling out.
Everybody's rolling out.
Alright. I don't know what I'm gonna title this. Hell yeah, you know what I'm saying? Everybody say y'all pieces. That was Steven rolling out. Fucking Carolina man. Fucking, you just watch us kick ass on Call of Duty and talk mad shit. This is what we do on a daily basis. This is the Royal Rant, episode 7 or 6 or something. I don't know. I'll figure it out. And hope you people enjoy this joint. Please watch the whole damn video. And it's funny, I'm saying this at the very end. So if you're seeing this, that means you watched the whole damn video. So thank you. Right. I'm like, I waited till the end to say, please watch the whole thing. Dumbass.
Royal.
Yeah, what's up?
Is this tomorrow Warped Tour?
Is this Modern Warped Tour? What?
Is tomorrow Warped Tour?
Yeah, tomorrow's Wednesday. Warped Tour starts, yeah. Yeah, what's up? Why? Niggas. Alright, so yeah. Thank you for watching Royal Rant. Deuces.